So this will be the first episode of a series that I'm going to be doing here on the channel, mostly focused around things that I love, things that I own and use on a daily basis that I think are unique in some sort of way and I feel like are worth a full dedicated video. And yes, the first episode will be about this mouse pad back here. For years, I wanted to try an Artisan pad, mostly to see what all the fuss was about because, you know, who in their right mind would just go out of their way to import a mouse pad from Japan, pay all the fees associated with that, which at the end of the day equals to a little bit over $60 for, you know, a mouse pad. But I guess I did that, I paid that money, and chances are, if you are watching this video, you probably should too. But let me explain. First, I have to remind you that a mousepad is probably the last piece of the puzzle that you should even be looking into if game performance is your main goal. A faster computer with consistent frame times is a much more impactful upgrade than a mousepad will ever be, and the same thing goes for a high refresh rate monitor, a lightweight wireless mouse, and even replacing your mouse feet with something like core pads. All of these help your aim and your consistency and overall performance much more than a mousepad will. And all these things, you know, to different degrees. Of course, a faster computer, faster monitor will help you much more than replacing your mouse feet, but you get my point. And this Hayate Otsu in the extra soft configuration has definitely been a surprise. It's definitely been something that I expected to enjoy, but I didn't really expect to enjoy it this much. Let's start with the looks, particularly the look of their iconic red color. This is massively subjective, and they also have this exact same pad in a regular black color, but I think that if your setup is as monochromatic as mine is, you know, a pop of color on the desktop really helps with bringing everything together and making everything look really good. The Artisan logo is quite unintrusive and just in the corner, and the stitched edges are immaculate. Not only are they extremely low profile, but they even sit under the mousepad surface, so you can't even feel them on your arm. But let's talk about that surface. And for years, a cloth mousepad has been just that, a mousepad with a cloth on the surface, and that has always been a comfortable and easy to recommend surface for playing for long hours, but there has always been some disadvantages, and even though some mousepads were better than others, they all suffered from some sort of slowdown effect after a couple of weeks or months, and you could always feel that areas around the mousepad felt faster than others, all this caused by normal use. This Hayate Otsu feels like a cloth pad in a lot of ways, but manages to fix a lot of these inconsistencies and ends up being very close to the perfect playing surface for a lot of people. The best way I can describe the feel of the surface is that it very closely resembles a slightly textured swimming trunk. It definitely has a fine texture that you can feel with your finger, but the mouse glides feel extremely effortless. This pretty much results in a surface where micro adjustments and games are very easy to control without losing any stopping power if you want to play with the wingman on Apex Legends, or you want to slow down and play a more tactical shooter like CSGO or Valorant. And this is where I think that the choice to go for the extra soft variant really helps out, because most pads are 3mm in thickness and the extra soft variant of the Hayate Otsu is 4mm. But not only is it 4mm, the way that the surface like tension feels if you press it a little bit down, or if you're making a big flick and you tend to just grip the mouse on the side and your finger sort of dips on the surface, there's definitely a little bit of like texture play to the way that you slow down the mouse that really feels like it makes sense. And I don't know, it's just, I didn't really expect it to click with me like that, but you know, it's like I've been looking for a pad that feels like this for a while, and I didn't even know how to put it in words, but this definitely feels like what I was expecting. And the combination between the texture and this plushiness that you feel from the mouse pad really helps you feel extra confident no matter the type of game that you're playing, be it either Apex Legends with a more, tracking intensive game, or a slower, more tactical one like Valorant or CSGO like we said before. To me, it really is this nuance that I think the Hayate Otsu nails really well. In the past, I've used the Razer Strider, which has a hybrid surface similar to what Artisan are doing, but I have ended up multiple times whilst playing on that pad feeling like tracking was great and snappy, but if I wanted to slow down and use a gun that requires a more snap to target and stop on target type of accuracy, I would very often end up having a hard time hitting those shots consistently. So the friction on the mousepad surface was low no matter what type of movement that I did, and with the Hayate Otsu I feel like I can both snap and track targets without feeling like I'm fighting the mouse. Some of that might also be helped by the fact that the base of the mouse is also leagues above anything that I've tried before, since it pretty much is stuck in place with some sort of suction that happens naturally, and it simply will not move during gaming no matter what you do. And finally, the durability. And I mean, over the past couple of months of using the mousepad, I have felt literally no changes. No slowing down on the surface, no visual wear, no fraying on the stitches, nothing. It's simply as it was right out of the box, and I've been playing heavily daily games at the end of my workday, and it's perfect. So if you see it like it is, and you take care of the pad, and you just use it and abuse it daily, but you just wash it from time to time, you can definitely feel like the money that you spent on the pad isn't really that much, since you pretty much will not be replacing it anytime soon. But at the end of the day, it's just a mouse pad. It will not magically make you start hitting bullets that you never hit before. And there's plenty of more things that you can do. The biggest thing that you can do to get better at a game is just play it more. So if that's what you're looking for, close the video, go on to your favorite game and just keep on playing, since that will pretty much guarantee that you will get better at the game. Whilst the mouse pad is like a nice thing to have that complements the look of the setup and makes everything come together, and it's definitely something that has brought me joy, and hopefully if you make this purchase decision, it will be able to bring you joy too. With all that said, the overall sense of quality, the consistency on the surface, and the fact that I enjoyed the looks of it so much make it probably my favorite purchase of the year, maybe only second to my custom keyboard, which, at this point, after showing up on so many videos, maybe I should make just a dedicated video on this series about it, because I really, really love it. Okay, but you're here, but it's absolutely nothing about this new incredible series, or nothing to do with the channel, mouse pads, anything of the sort. You're just here for some good old feline action, and I will surely and very gladly share it with you. If you stayed until the end, still hearing this voice, consider dropping a like and maybe subscribing to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you very soon. Bye. What was that? Bye.